This is Rock. We're going to talk about two functions, date and date value. You may be already familiar with Microsoft Excel's date time code, which is a 5-digit number that represents a date. Let's say I type in a date here. Microsoft Excel understands that I'm trying to enter a date. When I hit enter, it will convert it to date format. Note that I didn't type 2026, I typed 26, but it knew that it was date-like data, and so it went ahead and formatted this with a date format. I can check by going here to the Format Cells dialog box and see that it's selected as a date format. So what is the Microsoft Excel date time code for this? One way to find out is to copy it, paste it over here, and what I'm going to do is change the format of this to general. So this is going to say this is no longer a date format. So 46023 is the Microsoft date time code for January 1st of 2026. So if I go to the day before that, 12/31 of 2025, and I do the same thing where I copy this here and then I change the formatting to be general, it's 46022. So what we can see from this is that Microsoft Excel date time code uses each day as an additional number in their code. So I can predict that December 30th of 2025 is going to be 46021. And if I do this quickly, it is. It's 21. And this time I just copied and pasted the value over here. So these numbers, these date code numbers, are hiding behind the formatting of the dates that you see in Microsoft Excel. If I say January 3rd of 2026, but I put an apostrophe in front of it, which is the way you can tell Excel not to convert it automatically to a specific format. It basically says, this is text in here, treat it as text. So I'm going to hit enter. It has not automatically changed it to a date format. If I look at the format, it's still general here. Okay, so then how can I turn this into one of those Microsoft code dates so that I can do some math with it? Let's use the date value from this as the argument. It gives me the date value. That's what I'm looking for in that particular scenario. All right, let's say over here I have 3 columns. This is going to be my month, and I'm going to do a random between 1 and 12. And then the day of the month, let's do a rand between 1 and, just to be on the safe side, I'll say 28. And then we'll give it a random year, so we'll say rand between 1950 and 2025. So I'm just putting together a random list of months, days, and years, which is sometimes how you receive data about dates, where the columns are laid out in that way. If that is the case and you want to put it into a single date field, oh, and let me copy this so that it stops randomizing. I'll copy and paste the values. So now I'm going to use the date function to grab the year, the month, and the day, close that, hit enter. It gives me what that looks like in a date format. I'll hit Control D. If I look at these and if I look at this, it's automatically formatted as a date field because I used this date function. So that is how you use the date function. It has 3 arguments, year, month, and day. And the date value function has 1 argument, which is a text-looking version of a date that can then be translated into this. If I formatted this into a date field, it can take anything that looks similar to a date and put it into a Microsoft date format. That's how to use date and date value functions. Next, we're going to look at eDate and EO month, which is end of month functions. See you there.